Today we are going to start with a story. A little background about me, which you guys, if you are new to the vlog, probably don't know about me. So I'm not originally from New York. I'm originally from Virginia, and I always thought that I would live in the Southeast for the rest of my life. I lived in the Southeast my whole life and did not foresee myself moving to New York City, of all places. I grew up in the country, small town, kind of in the middle of nowhere, that sort of thing. In 2010, I got a job interview here in New York City, and I had never been to New York before, and they were willing to fly me here for my interview. And I was like, hell, a free trip to New York City, I'm down. Even if it's only for a couple hours, that's so worth it. I literally flew in that morning for the interview, went to breakfast with my future boss, interviewed for about 5 hours, and then left after lunch, and my day was done. My flight back was that night at around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I spent the rest of the day at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I got a call the next morning, less than 24 hours after I'd interviewed, saying that they wanted to offer me the job. The caveat was, and here's the big one, I had to move within the next 2 weeks to start the job. At that point in time, I had no expectations of actually moving to New York for this job. And suddenly I had the opportunity given to me. Crazy. I took the biggest risk ever, and I said, okay. And I didn't know anyone here in New York. We had one family friend who lived here. I took a bus up. I looked at apartments for the space of, 36 hours, packed up all my stuff, got on another bus, and moved up here within 13 days of accepting the job. I found an apartment to sublet until I ended up finding a neighborhood that I liked. But yeah, it was a crazy whirlwind. So when I moved to New York, I had been in New York for less than 72 hours in my entire life, and I became a resident of New York City. The other half of the story is that on my very first day of work, I met Eric, my future husband. I didn't know it at the time, of course. He was just a really nice guy at work. And he was being nice to the new girl and, said hi and how long have you been in New York and this and that. And I shocked him by saying, oh, I've been in New York for 4 days. Because I had moved up here over 4th of July weekend. So I'd had one extra day to get acclimatized, and then my 4th day living in New York, I went to work. I managed the subway system on my own. I figured out pretty much everything I had needed up to that point. There was lots of Googling of how to do things, but I pretty much figured it out on my own. He had never met anyone who had only been in the city for 4 days. Most people, when you say, how long you been here? They're like 6 weeks or 6 months. I said 4 days, and he's like, whoa. I think what I'm trying to say is that I am a small town girl living in a really big city, and I could not be happier here. It has been the perfect fit for me, but sometimes I miss my small town roots, my suburban upbringing. I miss that suburban lifestyle from time to time, and there's one thing in particular that I miss. Well, there are lots of things that I miss, like having my car. I miss my car a lot. But there is one particular store that I miss on a regular basis that I don't get to go to very often anymore because I'm here in the city. Manhattan doesn't have a lot of big box stores. And when I say big box store, I mean like Costco and the big Walmart, that, like Walmart and those sorts of things. But the store like that I miss the most was Target. Okay, so I basically was raised on Target. It was the bread and butter of my young childhood, young adulthood, etc., etc. It's basically where you went to buy anything. If you needed cosmetics, you went to Target. If you needed some new clothes, you went to Target. You needed DVD, you went to Target. You needed a CD, you go to Target. They expanded into groceries. Like, you needed to do a quick grocery shop, you go to Target. You need new linens for the bed, or new curtains, or new decorative things in the house, you go to Target. Literally, you can buy anything at Target. There is one Target in Manhattan. It is on the east side, and I have limited myself to twice yearly trips, which makes my mom laugh because she literally goes like once a week. So yes, so today I am making one of my sojourns, and I'm gonna take a cab over and go to Target. I haven't been since September, when I did back to school shopping, and I think it's finally time for me to go and do some spring clothing shopping Getting the Stitch Fix box the other day reminded me that I don't really have any springtime clothes. Everything was very winter heavy. So I'm gonna do a little shopping today, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm not bringing Eric with me because he hates standing and waiting for me when I'm trying on clothes in the dressing room, which this is gonna be the majority of what today is trying on clothes in the dressing room. Hi, how are you today?
How are you?
Can I go to the Target over on the east side? You know where the Costco? Thank you. This taxi offers this.
Shopping at Target is pretty much the thing that I love the most.
They also do not just clothes, but shoes. So I'm gonna look for sandals again. The thing that I find so wonderful about Target is that they have like 2 standard layouts, and that's it. So no matter the store you go in across the country, you're gonna feel at home because you know where everything is, which is really comforting. So it's like coming home almost, but in New York instead of in Virginia. So Target was pretty fun. Got some clothes, got more snacks than I did clothes. Yeah, not surprising. We are going over to our friend Emily Will's tonight for game night with a bunch of other people that we've never met before. So I feel compelled to bring something along. I'm gonna make some snickerdoodle cookies because cookies are everyone's best friend, and they're snickerdoodle, which is a nice change from a normal chocolate chip cookie. So again, I'm not a baker, but we're gonna hope for the best. So let's make some cookies. Cookies. Smoke. Do I just want to kill this one?
It could be. It's less explosion factor because then you could also turn this one to smoke while you're there. Come here, honey. I know. Okay.
No red, so what are you doing?
Oh, danger!
I'm gonna go
play
gray.
Tokaido for the first time ever. I've been wanting to play this game forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. We ordered it on Kickstarter and it hasn't come yet.
Well, I mean, they're going to be done in a second too. So.
You got this thing.
Loot crate came in.
Loot crate came. What
So,
did you get?
I
No, we don't care about. This is the only thing. This is this is what you got.
There you go.
You about lost your mind when you opened it. What
Yeah,
is
so
it?
it's just
No.
this rubber thing. There's a hole.
Share your excitingness.
Yeah,
What was
I
your?
wanna share.
What did you say when you went?
Yes! No,
It's what I've always wanted.
rubber. It has a little
You're like,
hole.
and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Right, couldn't figure out what
And then he opened it.
It's a fill hole.
No, just show. Don't tell. Don't tell. It makes a D20 ice cube. So we're totally gonna go make a D20 ice cube, guys.
The 20's right there.